Yo, what's going on, guys, man? I'm back with another tutorial for this week. This is going to be number 3. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get the echo sound effect within Premiere Pro without using any external plugins. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, so I'm going to jump right into Premiere Pro for this tutorial. So pretty much what we're going to do is I'm going to drag whatever sound clip, audio, if it's a song, instrumental. So I'm going to go ahead and drag my audio. This is just an instrumental. I want to drag it into my timeline. And if you guys can hear, I'm gonna play this out. When I use stuff like this, I like to pretty much use the hi-hats or like the high points or the beat drop essentially for my parts of the echo. So if you listen within this instrumental, there's going to be a lot of hi-hats within it. All right, cool. So I know I want to go to a point that's going to be on either a hi-hat or a snare hit. So this one at the end, it's right here. So right here. So I'm going to cut right here, and then I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and then I want to cut it again before it hits another beat. So I don't want that part in there. So I want to cut it right here, one spot away. So delete that. And so now what you want to do is, this is the part that you want to echo out. So if you listen to it now, it just stops. So what you want to do is you want to right click on this clip that you cut, and you want to nest it. I'm going to name this echo. And once you have that clip nested, you're going to see it over in your project window. So what I like to do is, just to make sure all this stuff is cleaned up, is I'm just going to right click and hit new bin and just hit nest. And then I'm just going to drag this into my nest folder. So it just makes it a lot easier to make sure everything gets nice and organized. So if you still play it out, nothing's happening yet. So what you want to do is double click on the nest, and you're going to be brought into the echo nest that you just created. So what you want to do is you want to hold Option and duplicate this audio clip right here. So hold Option on your keyboard and just drag this down to duplicate it if you're on a Mac. So once you got that duplicated, what you want to do is drag this out as far as you need to. I like to drag it out pretty far, because if you go back into your timeline, you can drag this out as far as you make that bottom clip. So I can drag this out as far as I need to. If I bring this back in and then I go back into my nest and I bring this back further in, that's as far as I want to be able to drag it out in my timeline. So see, that's as far as I can go. So yeah, the further you drag the bottom clip out, the longer you will have within your timeline. I just like to drag it out pretty far out, just in case. Once you got that, I already had disabled it, so this is how it's going to look once you drag it out. But what you want to do is right click on the bottom clip, and then you're going to click this enable button. So that's going to disable that clip. So if you listen back to it, it just plays the top part. So this portion of the nest is no longer enabled, so it's just going to play that top portion and it stops. But it's going to keep going out because it thinks that there's another clip right here, which it is, but it's just disabled for the audio. All right, so we're going to go back into your timeline. So now if you go back into and play it back, so it still plays it and it keeps going, but there's still no echo. So what you want to do to get that echo sound, you want to go to your effects tab, and then you want to type studio reverb. So I already have a preset saved for this exact effect, but what you want to do is you just want to drag this onto that clip. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to drag my preset on there so I can show you guys the exact settings that I have. And if you go to your effects control, this is what you want to change your studio reverb settings to. So if you go in here, your studio reverb, I have this at 91.5 for the room size, decays at 5500, early reflections at 52%, the high frequency cut 3916, low frequency cuts at 20, dampings at 70, pretty much 75, and diffusions at 20. Output level, your dry is going to be 15, and your wet is going to be 52.9. And then this is what it's going to sound like if you change those settings within the studio reverb. This is what you're going to get. So if you can hear the echo, and if I take the studio reverb off, that's what it sounds like. So that's a big difference. But there's one more thing that you want to do. So if you kind of hear, it kind of sounds like the sound kind of goes out. So what you want to do is go back to your effects tab and just type in constant power. So pretty much what this is going to do is it's going to bring the clip that you had before the echo, it's going to drag a lot of that sound into your echo. So it kind of just makes the sound consistent. So I like to just drag this back in. I don't need it to be like too far out. Usually I just go like to wherever the sound stops. I just bring it out like right there. So this is what it sounds like now. It just makes the echo sound like 10 times as full. So if I take this off, the constant power off, this is what it's going to sound like. If I put that back on there, big difference. So like I said, that's just going to make the echo sound 10 times as full compared to not using it. So I like to have that constant power within there as well. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this tutorial today. This was a pretty quick one. So look, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it to be informational to you, hit that like button. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys.
Chuck it to the other side. It's all I just know it.